going on, Jerome's? So obviously the news of the day and the week and the month is Justin freaking Jefferson getting his extension on. Minnesota Vikings take care of their own record-setting 4-year, $140 million deal, $110 million guaranteed, the highest for a non-quarterback in NFL history, and rightfully so, right? But of course, before the deal got inked, everyone and their mom was just trying to play fantasy football. It's like, Justin Jefferson is obviously very upset with the Minnesota Vikings, and obviously Justin Jefferson needs to be traded, and obviously blah, 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 right? So what it came down to is like, all the rumors like, Kwesi's in over his head. He can't negotiate a contract, and Jefferson is upset about the direction of the franchise, and let Kirk Cousins go, blah, 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 blah. Even though, I don't know, like, this is not we have no intention of trading Percy Harvin at this time, but even back at the NFL Combine in February, that is not something that's once crossed my mind anytime. Kwesi, when asked if there's a world where he would trade Justin Jefferson, you got a blue chip elite player, blue person. You try and keep as many of those as you can. And of course, that didn't stop Mike Florio, not a thermos, from weighing in on things like, did you know the Vikings were trying to trade up for Malik Neighbors? Even though no one confirmed it at the time and no one else ran with it except for Charlie Walters a couple months after the fact. It's just so stupid, man. But it's just like, again, Florio's like a quasi-Vikings fan, except he just needed it for clicks or controversy. I don't know. Because, again, in terms of big-time contracts, there was like very little legitimate steam about one side being not happy. There was no Instagram posts or crypticness or unfollowing or anonymous sources close to the team say that Justin Jefferson is being unreasonable. There was nothing. There was nothing. And as we always said, when things are relatively quiet, things are going good. And throughout the duration of this, spanning multiple off seasons now, I mean, it's been relatively quiet, and that's why we had hoped that things would get done, and that's why things did get done, because Vikings budgeted for it, they had the money, and JJ wanted to stay here, despite the national media jabroni haircuts wanted. But, again, long story longer, Schefter confirmed this morning, there were multiple teams this offseason that inquired about trading for Justin freaking Jefferson, per sources. The Vikings let each of them know in no uncertain terms that they had zero intention of trading Jefferson, and the conversations ended right then and there. Now, I feel like there's a major difference between like draft rumors, like, we have no intention of trading this pick, but we'll listen, aka up your bids, and the Vikings just be like, no, we have the best. We have a premium player at a premium position, just starting into the prime of his career, and we have the cap space to take care of him, and he wants to be here, so he's going to be here. That's what it came down to, man. So, basically, Kwesi was just like, never get this. Never get this. And they did not break out and get that either. So, even though all of the nonsense is just like, JJ reuniting with Joe Burrow and JJ going out to the Jets and he was just in New Jersey over the weekend, blah, 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 blah. It's all ridiculous. That's right. So, thankfully, we could put all this behind us. JJ got his market rate. He reset the market, and because that's what alpha wide receiver ones do. Now, the most dangerous offensive weapon in the league, staying home, staying with the Vikings through 2028, locked in, good to go. And now let's just destroy the world. Let's put up a bajillion points a game. Let's go win a dozen Jerome Bardys, and let's go from there, man. That's right, baby. But your thoughts are thoughts. Several teams tried to trade for Justin Jefferson this offseason. Kwesi's just like, now. La. Let's hear your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo, which next time, Skull Production Value.